All right, so possible amount I could earn here. Here we go. Let's start it off. I have a good feeling anyway, but just always want to double check on that. You know what I'm saying, kids? Yep. Sophia, what do you think for me here? To show me how much money I could earn tutoring and being a teacher's aide. What do you got for an equation?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, ready? Start. How much do you charge? How much is charged for tutoring?
$10 an hour.
$10 an hour. And what variable did we call how many hours we're going to tutor?
X.
Okay, so we're going to put those together. So 10 times the amount of hours I spend tutoring, plus how much do I make being a teacher's aide?
$7.
And what did I call the number of hours? Yep, so plus 7. Y. Everyone see where we're getting that from? And again, your objective one, guys, when you make it up on your own, will always be how much you can make. All right, an equation that represents how much you can make. All right, now we have what's called our restrictions. Okay, because you can't work unlimited hours. So under these restrictions, you guys are going to help me find out how much maximum money I can make. The restrictions are your inequalities. Your restrictions are your inequalities you need to write. First inequality, you can work no more than 20 hours per week. There's the first inequality right here. No more than 20 hours a week you can work. The number of hours cannot be more than 20. Money has nothing to do with this. The number of hours can be no more than 20. Here we go. I'm going to have somebody hook us up here. Anna, here we go. Number of hours cannot be more than 20. What do you think? Even if it's wrong, I don't care. You're taking a jump off the cliff.
I would say x plus y is less than or equal to 20.
Darn right. Let's go. X plus y less than or equal to 20. Notice Anna doesn't want to put the money with it because we're just talking about the number of hours, X and Y. Good job. Next one. You can only tutor at least 3 hours per week. Tutors spend at least 3 hours a week. So we're just talking tutors right now, not teacher's aides. Tutors spend at least 3 hours a week tutoring. No money involved. Hours. At least 3 hours a week tutoring. Just tutoring. Oh, here we go, Isaiah. Come on, boss. Come on, be big here. Just tutoring. Oh, go ahead.
So just the tutoring,
yep.
X.
X, got it. Yep, good.
Y is...
No. Oh. Why'd you introduce Y?
Oh, you're not supposed to?
We're just talking about tutoring, right?
Yeah.
That was X.
So it's just the X. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And tell me, I can spend at least 3 hours a week tutoring. What symbol here?
Less than or equal to.
Oh, at least. You have Isaiah, you have at least $3 in your pocket. What's that tell you?
You can't go, you can't go over that.
Oh, you have at least $3 in your pocket right now.
Yeah.
So what's that mean about the money?
So you can go above it.
Correct. So it's got to be greater than or equal to 3. All right. Restriction number 2 is taken care of. Let's go to restriction number 3. You can spend no more than 8 hours tutoring. No more than 8 hours tutoring. Liz, here you go. You cannot spend no more than 8 hours tutoring.
Would it be x plus y?
Well, hold on. Why? Where's the y? Because the y is the number of hours you spend as a teacher's aide. Again, Liz, we're just talking tutoring, so just keep it X. Okay, we're not talking about. Go ahead. X is
less than or equal to 8.
Got it. There it is. Guys, I understand how you want to plop a y in there because you feel like you need to. Okay, again, the last two conditions here only talk about number of hours tutoring. So that's why it's only X. All right, you guys good on those three? All right, you know what we're doing now. Graphing, finding the corners, plugging them into Z. And I'm not letting everyone, because I am still not confident in some of you in graphing all these. So let's take that first one. X plus Y is less than or equal to 20. Find your intercepts. I'll ask somebody what their intercepts are for X plus Y less than or equal to 20. What are your intercepts for that one? Caroline, here you go. What'd you find for your X and Y intercepts for X plus Y is less than or equal to 20?
They're both 20.
Yeah, they're both 20, right? So when you set up your graph, you can just keep it in the first quadrant because we're doing a word problem. Any word problems we do, we're never going to have negative answers, right? I can't spend negative hours tutoring or being a teacher's aide. But be careful here. You're not going to have 20 spaces on your X or your Y. Anybody got a suggestion what I can do instead so 20 fits on? Because going by ones won't cut. Caroline?
Go by 2 on
Yeah,
both
yep.
X and Y.
Yep, go by 2 instead, guys, because you're not going to have enough to get to 20. So go ahead, go by 2s. $12, 14, 16, 18. So 20 would be right here. And you only show me a couple values that say, hey, I'm going by 2s. 8, 20. This is a line, a diagonal line that I'm going to connect the 20s with. It is not a horizontal or a vertical line through 20. It is a diagonal line that I'm going to connect the 20s with a solid line. Straight edge, I'm telling you, straight edge, guys. You're going to see why here in a minute. Why a straight edge is so darn important. And if you don't believe me, all right, hopefully your number doesn't get called. All right, so I got that one graphed. What about the shading for that one? Above or below for that one? Should I shade above or below that line? 0, 0. Plug it in. Does it work? Plug in 0, 0. Does it work? Seven. Will, here we go. If I plug in 0, 0, is 0 less than 20, Will?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to shade towards 0, 0, which would be what? Above or below?
Below.
Below. All right, so everybody, if you want to color it in or if you want to wait to the end, I got it below the diagonal line. Got to shade in below. All right, I still have 2 more to graph, though. X is greater than or equal to 3. What type of line have we been talking about all unit long? X by itself is what type of line to graph? Isaiah, what type of line? X by itself.
Horizontal.
Oh, my heart. That's Y by itself is a horizontal.
Yeah, it's gonna be vertical.
Vertical going through 3. And hey, guys, use a straight edge. Because remember, we went by 2s here. So you're going to have to get this line halfway in between 2 and 4. And then go ahead and do 8 while you're at it. Another horizontal line going through 8. It's got to be greater than 3, but less than 8. Greater than 3, and then less than 8. So hopefully you guys see we are going to be shading in between. and below. We're going to end up shading in between your vertical lines and below the diagonal one. So go ahead, color in what you think your shape looks like. Color in what you think your shape looks like, and then see if you can get the corners. It's going to be greater than 3 and less than 8 would be in between the vertical lines, and then we just said Will told us below the diagonal one. And then can you pull the 4 corners off of it? This is why a straight edge was so darn important. I don't even think I did mine justice here. All right, who's got the 4 corners here for me? Caroline, when you're ready, let me know what you think your 4 corners are. Because this is part D now, everyone. Part D, evaluate the objective for the 4 vertices. Go ahead, what are your 4 vertices? Be careful.
3, 0.
Definitely 3, 0.
8, 0.
Definitely, those are the 2 easy ones, right, to get. Now I got to be careful where they
8,
intersect.
12.
What do you got?
8, 12.
8, 12, yep. And this is probably the most tricky one here.
3, 16.
Ooh, 3.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah.
It should be about right. It's not on the line. It should be about right in the middle, though, between 16 and 18. Should be 3, 17.
Okay.
Okay?
That makes my lines a little low.
And also, Caroline, here's how you can tell. Do you remember the inequality? And this goes out to everyone, too, because I'm glad Caroline made the mistake. Caroline, what was the equation of that diagonal line? You remember what we set up? What was the equation of it?
X plus y is less than or equal to 20.
So that means, Caroline, any point on that line should give you 20 when you put them together.
Right.
See what I mean? Like 8 and 12. And then if you gave me 3 and 16, that would have gave me 19, but I need 20. So that's how I knew it was a 17.
Okay.
Okay, so it should add up to that number. All right, everyone, go ahead. Now that Caroline gave you the 3, 4 corners, go back to our objective, plug it in. And we got to figure out how many hours tutoring and how many hours being a teacher's aide will give me the most money. Because that's what I don't care what gives me I don't want to talk about what gives me the least amount of money. I'm all about the cash. What's going to give me the most amount. All right, can you guys let me know what you're getting for the Z values after you plug in your corners? Dan, when you're ready, let me know what the Z values are after you plug in all these corners. And I'm waiting for nobody. All right, let's try it again. Sorry, guys. I didn't notice he wasn't on. Anna, go ahead. What do you have here?
I got 30, 80, 164, and 149.
Got it. Thank you. And sometimes, I know, guys, I've asked for the max and the min, but these are word problems where we want to make the most amount possible. All right, so it's always going to probably be a maximum here. So we can make, the maximum amount of money we can make is $164. We can all see that from the Z values. So in the blanks right here at the bottom, okay, the max I can make is 164. Working, how many hours tutoring and how many hours being a teacher's aide? What will get me to 164? Go ahead, Hunter. What's going to get me to 164? How many hours tutoring?
8 hours tutoring and 12 hours teacher's aid.
There you go. And that's what the problems are going to be right now. What's going to be my max amount of money I can make, and what do I have to do to get there? And also, you know, I always get comments not from you older guys, but from the younger kids. When am I ever going to need this? Who uses this? Probably because they're frustrated and they just want to complain. But in reality, airlines use this all the time. What you're doing here. Every seat on the airplane costs a different amount of money. They can only put so many airplanes up in the air a day. What's going to be what price should they charge per seat? And how many flights should they have to make a maximum amount of profit for their airline? That's what they're doing here. It's called linear programming, if you ever want to impress your friends later. Linear programming. That's what we're doing. What combination could give me the most amount of money possible? All right? All right, we're only going to have time. I know there's two more, but we're only going to have time for one more, which is fine. I'll use the other one to review for the test coming up Monday. All right, now I just threw everything in there. I don't go like, hey guys, part A, can you do this? Part B, nope, here it is. Get after it. It's all in one. You guys are going to be landscapers here for me for this problem. All right, so let's see what we know. It takes an hour for mowing and 3 hours for pruning. Anybody pruners in the house? Any pruners? Pruners? Little Edward Scissorhands type stuff on the bushes? No? You guys even know who Edward Scissorhands is? You're too young?
Yeah, I like him.
Oh, okay, so you have seen it. All right, I'm not that old yet.
No.
It's a little depressing, but. All right, so going back before I got into Edward Scissorhands here. 1 hour to do a mow and 3 hours to prune. That's how long it takes to do each job. All right. Each crew can do no more than 2 pruning jobs. So right there, hey, guys, you cannot prune more than 2 shrubs a day. Or just pruning twice a day. And you cannot work more than 9 hours a day. All right, I charge $40 for my lawn, $120 to prune the shrub. Find the combination of mowing lawns and pruning shrubs that will maximize my income. All right, variables, here you go. Variables. X, Y. What am I looking for here? What should be X and Y? You guys let me know before I start calling on people.
Would X be mowing lawns and Y be pruning?
There you go. Ellen Clash is saying, hey, let's have X equal number of lawns mowed. And Y be the number of shrubs pruned. That just doesn't sound right. All right, so we got our variables. You ready for your objective function? Z equals. This is going to tell me the total amount of money you can make. Now I am going to start calling on people here. Total amount of money you can make mowing lawns and pruning shrubs. What's that going to look like? Money now. I'm only dealing with the money. Here you go, Eliana. Dealing with the money. You got an equation that's going to tell me how much I can make.
The whole equation?
Yep.
I said 40x plus 120y.
Got it. That's all we need. Again, that's not to graph. That's to plug in your corners at the end. So good job there. Thank you. 40x plus 120y. All right, what are my restrictions now? Now it's time for the inequalities. All right, got my variables, got my objective. Now what are my restrictions? It takes an hour to mow and 3 hours to prune, but you guys cannot work more than 9 hours. Think about an inequality you could set up there. 1 hour to mow, 3 hours to prune, but you can't work more than 9 hours in a day. Think about it before I call on somebody here. You guys can do this. I got confidence. 1 hour to mow, 3 hours to prune, but you can't work more than 9 hours in a day. Nick! Come on, boss. What do you think there?
Is it 9x?
Mo, don't use that. Why not 9x? Okay, keep going. Just keep going.
Well, I was gonna say 9x plus 3y.
Okay, if you do that, Nick, you're telling me that takes 9 hours to mow a lawn. If you put the 9 in front of x. It doesn't take 9 hours. How long does it take?
1 hour.
Okay, so don't put the 9 in front, just put a 1. So 1x plus, and I like your 3y, because it's 3 hours to do a shrub. Go ahead.
Is greater than or equal to 9.
Okay. Greater than would mean I can work more than 9.
Less than or equal to 9.
What's it say? What's it say about the number of hours I can work, Nick?
Maximum 9.
Max, which means no more then, right?
Right.
So less than or equal to 9. Everybody okay? 1 hour for mowing plus 3 hours for pruning. Can't go over 9. Ellie, you good?
Yep.
Darn right. And then there's one more restriction, isn't there? You can't do no more. You can do no more than 2 prune jobs a day. I just made that awful. Prune jobs. That doesn't sound right. How about an inequality for that one? No more than 2 pruning jobs a day. Don't start talking about mowing. 2 pruning jobs a day at most. No more than that. Let's go, Eliana. Back to you. No more than 2 pruning jobs a day.
Would it be 2y or just y?
Just Y. Just Y. Now start using the 2 on the other side now. No more than 2.
So less than or equal to 2.
There you go. Good job. And if some of you, why are you attaching a 3 with it? I'm not talking about the number of hours it takes. I'm just talking about the number of pruning jobs. All right, there you go, guys. Can I trust you to go on your own here? Find your y and x intercept for that first one. Actually, I'm still going to ask people. I know most of you got it, but I want to make sure we're all on the same page. So go ahead, take your time, find the x and the y intercept. Plug in 0 for the opposite variable. Hunter, when you're ready, what are the x and y intercept for that first inequality?
The x is 9 and the y is 3.
Good work, good work. There you go, guys. X-intercept is 9, y is 3. Graph both of them. I guess we can go by ones. That's not an issue. Again, these are 2 points that will form a diagonal line. Don't forget your labels. And then the next one, y is less than or equal to 2. What type of line is y by itself? Y by itself. Come on now. Kian, y by itself. What do you got? What type of line?
Horizontal.
There you go. Going through 2. And shoot, I forgot to ask. I'll ask in a second. I'll still keep graphing. I should have asked where you guys were going to shade. All right, shading. Plug in 0, 0. Where should I shade for the diagonal line, above or below? And if you guys are going ahead of me, that's fine. Keep going. Keep going. Anybody shading the diagonal line? You going above or below the diagonal line? Sophia, above or below that diagonal line?
Below.
Below, good. I don't think I have the time anymore. Hey, 0, 0 worked. You want to make sure you shade below. What about the horizontal line? Y is less than 2. Should I shade above or below the horizontal line? Here you go, Ella. Hello? Above or below that horizontal line?
Below.
Below. Both are getting shaded below. Hopefully that makes for an easy shaded region. Here it is. There's your region. Just got to pick off the corners now. 4 corners, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. Keep your work nice and neat, separated. And let me know what those 4 corners are. Hopefully you guys use the straight edge because one could be tricky without one. Nope. Colin, here you go. Give me those 4 corners when you have them.
0, 0,
Yep.
0, 2, 3, 2,
Good job there.
and then 9, 0.
Good job, Colin. There you go. There are your 4 corners. Go ahead, plug them into your objective, and let's figure out what's going to make me the most money here and how much money am I going to make. Will, when you're ready, let me know what you got for all the Z values when you plugged everything in. And I'm doing it again because Will is no longer with us. All right, Liz, going to you now. Pick up the slack for us, Liz. What do you got? Z equals, what are your 4 Z values?
0. 240.
Which ones you get? 240, sorry. That's on me. Go ahead.
360
Yep,
and 360.
got it. All right, so that's how much money I can make. And as you guys see, there's 2 ways I can make a maximum amount, right? 2 ways you can make a maximum amount. Now, hey, I don't have blanks here for you guys to fill in. So you guys got to be taking some of your English skills that you learned and write a nice little sentence that says, hey, the max amount I can make is $360 if, now you got to tell me the combination and actually use what we're talking about as far as mowing and pruning. So in this case, the max amount is 360 if 3 lawns mowed and 2 shrubs pruned. That just doesn't sound still right. Doesn't sound right. Or, because there's another one, I can't end there, because there's another way to make 360. You can 3 lawns mowed and 2 shrubs pruned, or 9 lawns mowed and 0 shrubs pruned. So just mow all the lawns. That's how you can make the most money possible. Whew. These are involved. There's going to be one of them on the quiz Friday, but we got to make sure we practice tomorrow, though. Questions about anything? Guys, I hope you're getting better at graphing and shading, because that's really where I can't help you out anymore. I can help you get the z equals. I can help you get the inequalities, but graphing and shading, there's not really too much help I can give anymore. Ella, you good here?
Yeah.
All right, you guys at home all right? Okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow for practice then. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, have a good one.
You too, boss.
Are you doing football now?
We start on Sunday with practice, yeah.
Where do you practice?
We are going to Albany High. Ella, yeah. 7 to 9.
7 to 9?
Yeah, so while you're getting ready for bed there,
Oh, God.
we'll be practicing.
I mean, I used to have practice from 8 to 10, but I
Yeah.
didn't.
Well, because we're sharing it with them, so.
Yeah.
And we
'cause
don't
they're
really,
turf.
yeah, so we don't get first dibs
Yeah.
until it gets a little better here.
Dang, it's gonna be cold.
Yeah, and I'm probably not going to be in the best moods the next day. It's way past my bedtime. You didn't do too bad on that quiz. Come on, let's be real.
I actually thought I did so
There's
bad.
a couple little things here and
I
there.
actually thought I did so bad.
It was really the one problem. Everything else was fine. Are a lot of seniors coming back now, or? So I can't judge it just, this is 4 of you usually, so I can't just judge it on.
It's hard to tell. Like, more people have been coming back, and I know that a lot of people are coming back for 4th quarter. I'm just not sure what's stopping them now.
Mm-hmm. Like, what's the difference between now and 4th quarter?
Yeah. Like, nothing's gonna change. Quarantine rules aren't gonna change. Maybe cases will go down more.
Well, at least they're not wiping whole classrooms out anymore.
And that's why people started to come back, because that's why I wasn't coming in, because
I wouldn't either.
Yeah,
I was worried every day I came in. It would have been like, all right,
Well,
am I getting wiped out today?
Yeah, like the first time I got quarantined, the kid who had it, I literally sat on this side of the room in the front, and he sat on the other side of the room in the back. And
I
was
get it.
quarantined.
The one time I had to break before break, the kid sat right there at that blue desk. This row you're in, totally open.
Yeah,
I'm up front, and there was three kids right here,
yeah,
and they wiped us all out.
yeah. Like it was crazy. And then my brother, well, because of his season, he's still all online because he didn't want to get quarantined and then miss his season.
Yeah. I don't blame them. I don't understand why my players aren't doing that, but hey, that's their choice.
I don't know. But people are also like getting vaccinated, so.
For what, their jobs? How does
Yeah,
somebody,
like, I mean, I'm getting my first dose on the 20th because of my asthma, but like,
Yeah.
anyone who works in a restaurant, anyone who like works in a nursing home, like, are just getting vaccinated.
which is fine, you
Yeah.
guys should be.
Yeah.
That's the only way I feel better now is because I know I'm not going to get quarantined anymore regardless, so.
Right.
But hopefully by the time you go to school, stuff will be back to normal,
Yeah.
You don't have to be isolated in your dorms. All right, see y'all. Have a good day.
See ya.
We weren't supposed to do 6, right?
No,
Okay.
I actually, I put 7 up there so you guys can check.
I saw it was on the study guide after I did my homework.